A 22-year-old Chippenham Town footballer has made a remarkable comeback. 8 months ago, Pablo Martinez collapsed on the pitch, having suffered a cardiac arrest. At the time, of course, he had no idea whether he'd ever play again. But on Saturday, he came on as a sub, and I'm delighted to say that Pablo is here to tell us all about it. Pablo, you gave us a scare. How are you?
Thank you for having me. Very well. Very well.
Just talk us through what happened on that fateful day.
Yeah, so obviously I was playing about 20 minutes into the game, felt slightly dizzy, and then everything went black. So I obviously didn't realise what was happening, but I woke up, thankfully. I had a lot of people around me, and apparently I'd had a cardiac arrest, which I didn't know at the time, but they told me afterwards, and thankfully I'm here.
How did they get your heart started again?
So they used a defib, which was vital. Without the defib I wouldn't be here, so they ran over, brought the defib. They were brilliant. Within seconds were right where they needed to be, and they brought me back to life.
Wow, what an extraordinary experience, because you're only, what, 22?
22, yeah.
So what was the reason for it? Have the medics been able to establish what happened?
So they've looked into it and they can't find anything to point as to why it's happened, but I'm all well, which is the most important thing, and they've obviously given me the go-ahead as I've been on the pitch, so that I feel great.
Okay, and I mean, you obviously must have it at the back of your mind quite a lot still, because it's still fresh in your memory. What can you do to prevent anything else nasty happening?
Well, obviously I have my ICD fitted sort of under my armpit here.
What's an ICD?
So an ICD is like a mini defibrillator that sits underneath your sort of armpit area, and if anything does happen, it will go off. So it means that, you know, the time where they would have to get a defibrillator wouldn't be there, so it would shock me and bring me back. So it's almost like a safety net, really.
Okay, and your footballing career,
yeah.
Of course you're with Chippenham. What's the plan for the future?
Well, we've really taken it game by game, or training session by training session. So the goal at first was to get obviously a few minutes, which we did, me coming off the bench. Next it will be to try and play 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and we're taking it game by game, training session by training session, and it's really how I feel whether they play me, and they've been brilliant.
Yeah, and the fans, we just saw them on the screen. I don't know if you noticed when they were applauding you when you came back.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
At the moment, to be fair, I'll be honest, I was really concentrated on doing my bit for the team. That was the most important. That's the sort of footballer instinct that you have. But afterwards, when everyone was clapping, was when it felt, you know, so many emotions. It was relief, nervousness, anxiousness, but it was overwhelming. And I'd like to say as well, you know, from the people that are high up in the club to the fans to the people that volunteer, without them, I wouldn't have been able to get on that pitch.
Well, you gave us all a scare. I remember reading it out when it happened, and I'm so pleased that you're well and looking fit and healthy.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for coming in.
No problem.
Thank you.